like, ooh, I won't trade it. Shining in the dark without my bright side. Wanna see your image like an icon. Couldn't even see it with the lights on. Had to try and catch you with an icon. Yeah, change the atmosphere, you got me feeling loosely. A better picture, I can see it like the movies. Now I know that you're the one, not two, three. Don't hit and run with the glory like a done. It's a really nice day, living in the right space. Breathing your grace, got me feeling some kind of way. Yeah, you're keeping me sane, got me in my right brain. I can't explain, but I'm feeling some kind of way.
Bending over backwards, twisting off the wrapper, just to see what's underneath. Oh, dirty little Cupid, she made me do cute shit. Baby, having fun with me, but I don't mind, don't mind, don't mind, don't mind for you. You're my candy, baby. You're my trick or treat. You're my chocolate with a little something in between. You're my candy, baby. Crave you all the time. 100 flavors, you're the only one I wanna try. You're my candy, baby. You're my trick or treat. You're my chocolate with a little something in between. You're my candy, baby. Crave you all the time. 100 flavors, you're the only one I wanna try.
This ain't what it seems, girl. You're my little teen, girl. Knocking at your door, I want the candy Halloween, girl. It was nice to eat you. I mean, it's nice to meet you. I might twist my words, say too much and get a sweet tooth. Wait, mama said you gotta watch your hell now. Hey, things are getting heated, watch your milk now. Wait, baby, tell me what you need right now.
You're my candy, baby. You're my trick or treat. You're my chocolate with a little something in between. You're my candy, baby. Crave you all the time. 100 flavors, you're the only one I wanna try. You're my candy, baby. You're my trick or treat. You're my chocolate with a little something in between. You're my candy, baby. Crave you all the time. 100 flavors, you're the only one I wanna try. Making waves with you. No, no, no. Wanna taste of you. You're my candy, baby. You're my trick or treat. You're my chocolate with a little something in between. You're my candy, baby. Crave you all the time. 100 flavors, you're the only one I wanna try. You're my candy, baby. You're my trick or treat. You're my chocolate with a little something in between. You're my candy, baby. Crave you all the time. 100 flavors, you're the only one I wanna try.
I can hardly believe it. Never thought we would start this rolling stone. Don't know where I'm going, but I know that I'm better off alone. Feel the weight and it's pulling me under. Started strong, but the distance grew on. I just wanna be me. I just wanna be free. No, I don't wanna fight, 'cause I know we'll be fine. Just to say our goodbye. I just wanna be me. I just wanna Started strong, but the distance grew on. I just wanna be me. I just wanna be free. No, I don't wanna fight, 'cause I know we'll be fine. Best to say our goodbye. I just wanna be me. I just wanna be me. I just wanna be me. I just wanna be free. No, I don't wanna fight, 'cause I know we'll be fine. Just to say our goodbye. I just wanna be me. I just wanna be me. I just wanna be me.
Got your hands on me. Every time I touch, there's a sense of urgency. Yeah, you wind me up. Oh, baby, I know I'm falling deep. I never get enough, 'cause we fit so perfectly. I'm not afraid of love. Every night I need you more. Days go longer now without you than before. Just thinking about you gets me high. 'Cause you know how to leave me so electrified. When you take me down, when you take me, when you take me down. You're never off my mind. I'm living in the dark till you come and give me light. You know you break the storms. Oh, I'm feeling undefined. I've never been strong, so I fall for the bad guys. I'm not going back anymore. Oh, every night I need you more. Days go longer now without you than before. Just thinking about you gets me high. 'Cause you know how to leave me so electrified. When you take me down, when you take me, when you take me when you take me down, when you take me, when you take me down, when you take me down, when you take me, when you take me.
Well, I like watching corn.
He likes watching it get shucked.
Hashtag corn shuckers.
Shuckers.
Well, them damn corn shuckers. They at it again.
Corn shuckers.
Down there shucking in the fields.
Oh my god.
Eat the whole bag at once.
Yeah,
Ooh, daddy.
you gotta press the bottom of the bag and then jam it down your throat. So you're like kind of.
I'm transforming too.
Transforming and rolling out.
Chocolate chibi.
Dasani, they all kind of sound very
Oh my
similar.
God.
So
Yeah.
That's
Good work.
that's a big reach.
Nico Dasani.
Nico Dasani.
Legends of the Hidden Temple. Silver Monkey.
Alright.
Burger.
Oh.
Take burger.
I'm gonna put cheese on it.
Take.
I'm putting cheese on it.
Doesn't
Ain't
need
that
the word?
cheese.
It does need cheese.
Burger.
Take me started, please.
And now we're live.
Fix my hair.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Flip it out of your face.
Hello.
Flip it back into my.
Legit, my hair has gotten so long that it's touching the back of my ear, and it's driving me absolutely insane.
That's actually pretty funny to me.
Yeah, just the way it poops out, it's like touching the back of my ears. And I hate it. I hate that feeling. But
I've never known a life without.
I was gonna say, like this little bit of hair right here that goes into my ear sometimes.
Oh God, that's the worst.
Yeah. And then you put your headphones on, it's like tickling the inside of your ear. I just like I have a literal pair of scissors that I keep here just in case. I'm like, just cut it off. Fuck it. I don't care how bad it looks.
My hairstylist gets so pissed off at me every time because she knows when, because I'll just go and fucking shave that little portion of my head. Yep. And she's like, why the fuck are you messing with your hair like this? I'm like, because I hate it. Yeah.
Because it's mine.
I literally shave in like glasses grooves onto my head. I don't fucking like it.
I love it. Oh my God, I'm so conscious of it right now too. It's driving me crazy.
That's why I hide it with the rest of my like sideburn hair and bangs.
I'm trying to maintain.
No, there's little glasses grooves in there.
It was supposed to be part of my extra life goals. Like if I meet my high goal, I was gonna do a poll of whether, they want me to high top fade it or mohawk it or like
dye it all green.
Mohawk.
Yeah. Oh, mohawk. Yes.
100% mohawk.
Mohawk and dye it green.
I don't know if I'm gonna make it to the end of the year. This is what, 1 month, and I'm already going crazy.
It's true.
I'm here for the mohawk though.
You could do like a semi Mr. T, like it would be low and then do the bottom half of the goatee.
Yeah, become a night elf mohawk.
Night elf mohawk.
Mohawk. I'm a night elf mohawk.
That's not a class. Doc, shut up.
Like I want to say that was my first ever experience with like seeing WoW was like the Mr. T commercials.
Yeah, I remember those.
I like the William Shatner one where he was like a shaman.
Yeah,
I'm a shaman. I control the elements.
Oh my God, yes,
so good. Vern Troyer as a gnome mage.
I feel like we need to find those and watch those now.
Oh boy, that would be a good time.
That would be a good time. Did we say hello? Hi, welcome to the podcast.
We said hi. We didn't introduce ourselves.
Oh, okay. Okay.
That's pointless.
You know better.
Sometimes I like to pretend that we have proper procedure. Other times I just let the chaos roll.
Let the chaos roll.
I was gonna say we're agents of chaos, like it just in general.
We started the stream. We started talking about all kinds of shit.
I feel like we need to start shouting that out when we play D&D now.
Agents of Chaos.
Let the chaos roll.
I mean,
I'm here for this.
Our decisions haven't led us to believe otherwise.
Especially Biff.
Oh my god.
Yes. 100%.
Oh, absolutely. Biff is definitely an agent of chaos.
So, how are you guys, and why are you in my house?
That's my line.
Because I like it here.
Hey, what the fuck?
What are you guys doing in my house?
No, wait a goddamn minute.
That's lovely.
I'm Jono, and I'm here to show you my new comfort device. It's a forehead pillow.
On your desk?
Yeah, it's for sleeping on your desk. It's also for like rage quitting video games. If you get mad enough, you strap this on and just slam your head against the desk, just straight down.
Well, I'm glad that you said that because, as a matter of fact, hey, when it works, it works. When it doesn't work,
it's only used for like a brief, quick second of slamming.
Right? Yeah, you gotta get it out.
Did you sure you got your size? You might need the snapback.
Need the large noggin size. But yeah, speaking of raging out to games, some of the games that I played this week include, but are not limited to, Rocket League. And if you were in the stream last night during the Smash Brothers stream, I talked a little bit about how in Rocket League I've been trying to rank up. Like it's a process because first of all, I don't have anybody who plays Rocket League like at my current skill level. Either people have never played or like Jack and Serena and them, they're like platinum. So they don't play with me because they don't want their rank to drop down. So instead, I have to.
It's fucking cold-blooded.
It really is, but I mean, it is what it is. Like I get it. I wouldn't want to do ranked with people and lose rank. You know,
they can't have you scrubbing up the place. I get it.
Exactly. So here I am, pugging literally every game. And, you know, they have like a party up feature where if you get a couple good teammates, you can get them to party with you. And then, you know, you might get a few wins in a row. It works, you know, okay. But rarely does that ever happen. And most of the time, the people that I get paired up with, they are either hitting the ball towards our goal, just completely missing the ball. AFK.
Oh, it's funny. I swear we had this exact conversation last week too. Because
or disconnecting.
I was like, "What do you mean you hit it towards the other goal?" And I said something about chaos last week too, and was like, "No, you hit the ball everywhere and it go boom."
Right. We talked about it, but this week I was like, all right, I'm really going to try and I'm going to find some people and, you know, I'm going to make it happen. I'm going to get from silver to gold. No. I got division up and then division down and then division up and then division down and then division down again. And then I went basically the way it works in Rocket League, in case you don't know, is that you've got several ranks of each, you know, medal. So you got bronze 1, 2, 3, 4, silver 1, 2, 3, 4, gold, yada yada yada, right?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I went from silver 3 to silver 1, and then back to silver 2, and then back to silver 1. When that happened the second time, I decided in a moment of frustration and calmness, mindfulness, that it would be a good idea to uninstall the game.
Oh.
And I did. Because I was like, I never get this mad at video games. And I don't ever want to get to this place again. So I said, fuck it. I just like, because that's all I want to play is ranked in Rocket League. Casual is like too easy. It's like you're playing with little, just everybody's like a little baby. Or they're like these Smurf accounts they're unranked and they're fucking flying around, hitting the ball multiple times without touching the ground. So I'm like,
makes sense.
Yeah, that was definitely like an influencing factor for like the first time I quit League of Legends. It was like I just realized that, and I would do the same thing. I would rank up and rank down and stuff like that, and then like every time it's like 3 minutes in, the jungler would come gank top on our team, and then they would just snowball, and I would just be sitting there like, motherfuckers, fucking God, get ganked, stay near the towers, asshole! Like I would get fuck, my blood pressure would spike, like it was horrible.
It makes you wonder. It makes you wonder, like, do they even know how to play the game?
Yeah.
Like, how are there so many people that just don't understand? But it's a free to play game. So I was like, you know what? I'm done.
This is why I know my lane. I know that I'm bad at certain games. I just avoid them. I just don't play them. I don't want to be that horrible child.
And as a ranked player, I appreciate that. I really do. People who know to stay away from the game, it's like, good. Go play casual. Like that's where you're supposed to play.
Yeah, you play casual until you think that your pants are big enough, and then you go try out a couple ranked. If you do bad, you get your ass back into casual.
Exactly. Just you gotta get. I mean,
you gotta earn your place.
Nah, people pick one character, or in games like League and stuff, and then they're like, oh yeah, they start stomping pubs against people who are like half AFK or like partially asleep, and then they go in rank like I'm the best shit since sliced Vienna, like just fucking, and then it's just toxic all the way down.
I mean, League's got its own issues and toxicity, so it's its own insane world of just hate spewing.
Yeah.
It would be easier if there was a little bit of like voice chat in Rocket League. Because like, for example, in a Call of Duty match, I can be like, yo, they're all going to A, like everybody go to A. And if there's at least half the team is, got a brain, we can still win, or we can at least put up a fight. In Rocket League, I can't tell them like, hey, do not, like, I have to type it out. And if they're on PlayStation or Xbox, guess what? They don't see it.
Response.
Yep. So I'm like trying to tell them, don't hit the ball towards our goal. If the ball's rolling towards our goal, do not hit it towards our goal.
Which are things that you probably shouldn't have to tell somebody playing it.
Yeah,
exactly. I spend the whole game sitting in the goal defending shots from our own teammates. And then guess what? I can't shoot the ball because as soon as I leave the goal, the other team's like, oh, bloop, we scored. Gotcha.
Just like that.
As you can see, I'm still a little upset.
There's still a little rage going on in there.
Yeah.
No, not you.
So what I did was I reinstalled Spin Rhythm. Great rhythm game. Love that game. Played a little bit of World of Warcraft, of course. I got a key to play Clone Drone. And so yeah.
Clone Drone?
Yeah, I'm excited to do Clone Drone. And then, of course,
I'm so excited.
I officially announced on the stream last night that I'm opening the Minecraft server back up.
I'm so incredibly hyped for that.
So that's going to be a lot of fun. And so I've been working on getting that working. I introduced Batsy to Minecraft for the first time last night.
Nice.
We had a little Minecraft date night.
Oh,
it was cute, but also at the same time, she is also very chaotic when playing games like that. She's like, hey, can I damage you? And she'll like attack me with a sword until I die.
You gotta remember, most people who are first starting off on Minecraft are just like, I need to understand everything. I want to test it. Does lava burn this house down? Yeah. Most people who are starting on Minecraft always start a little chaotic until they get into the rhythm, and then it's like, okay, I want to do some stuff. I've gotten that out of my system. Now it's time to create.
Betsy is not like that. She's like, ooh, flowers. She went outside and picked up every flower that she could find, brought it inside, put it in a chest, started digging a hole down in the ground. Creepers started spawning from these holes. There were like no torches. They're just like coming out of the. She's like, why are there creepers in my house? It was like fucking exploding everywhere. She built a tower of a single block of dirt up into the sky, like 100 blocks high, and then jumped off.
As you do. Like I said, you have to understand. You create the chaos first.
Yep.
And then you either get into the game or you go off into a whole new chaotic spiral.
Yeah, you just keep playing like that.
and like
it was a blast.
My progression in the game took a complete different turn where I was like, okay, understand the chaos, start doing some normalized like building and crafting and whatever. And then I went, but mods. And then I started a whole new chaotic spiral.
For me, it was instead of mods, I went, how crazy can I get with redstone?
Yeah, as soon as there was like
redstone for the life of me.
Neither can I. And every time that I've needed anything like redstone, I'm just like, Servo, help. He understands how the machines work.
I had a digital business card for a while that was like all about building redstone stuff.
There's so many memes that are just like, this is what scientists can do. This is what people who understand redstone can do.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be like nuclear fusion and shit. I watched somebody like make a working TV in like 4 seconds. And was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Yeah, with mods, redstone can get even crazier, but anyways.
Yeah. Well, that's been Servo's week, I guess.
Oh yeah. And weeks to come.
What have the rest of you been doing?
I've actually been knocking out quite a few games this year.
Oh, you're attacking the backlog.
I am. Well, they're not the backlog. They're all been new games. So
okay. You've been adding games to the backlog and then conquering them.
Yeah, there you go.
I finished Miles Morales. That was like a couple weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
And then I knocked out Streets of Rage 4. I killed that one.
Nice.
Actually, Wintermore Tactics Club was on my backlog. That was like the strategy based. I take the role of a high school girl whose club plays what's the damn thing? It's C&C instead of D&D.
Oh, gotcha. Command and Conquer?
Or not Command and Conquer. It stands for like cures and something. Cures and Catacombs or something it stands for.
Oh, okay, I get it. It's just like a made up version of Dungeons & Dragons.
Yeah, in the game.
Okay.
And their tactics club is actually the D&D club for their school. And the principal of the school wants to get rid of all the clubs, so everybody has to participate in the snowball fight. But to prepare for the snowball fight, we practice like using D&D tactics, and before we go up and battle against all of the other clubs. And then after the end, I get like I recruit some of the other club members for the final battle against the student council. And all the while finding out that our principal was one of the original creators of Cures and Catacombs. And it's like a whole mystery thing also dipped into it. Or Curses and Catacombs. Curses and Catacombs.
Oh, okay.
That makes sense.
So it was a nice little indie game that I started it last year and I put it down for a while, and I finally picked it back up and finished it this year. And I have like one more chapter left in Call of the Sea, I believe.
Nice. So yeah, the little bits that I've seen you playing Call of the Sea looks like a lot of fun. I was confused because it looked incredibly close to Sea of Thieves, like graphically.
Yeah. That's what drew me to it. That's what drew me to it. But I figured out the mystery long before like I got further along in the chapter. It's kind of real easy to figure it out if you see the clues. I mean, one of them was pretty much spot on. It's like when I found the camp, there was like a slideshow where the woman, the character that I'm playing, You see her like as a cartoony character.
Mhm.
In the next slide, she jumps in the air. The next slide, she like goes into a puddle of black ooze. And then the last slide, she comes back out as like this mermaid creature. They call it like, oh, it's some type of monkey. Oh, no, it's a goddamn mermaid. So I'm like, I was just like,
is that why there was that one dream sequence that you were in, like in the first chapter, where she's like waking up and she's like, oh my god, look at me, I'm a scaly now.
Right, and that's the whole part about it. It's not really a disease per se that she's suffering from. It's because she's away from her island, her natural habitat, is why she's suffering.
So it's a curse?
I depends on how you look at it, I guess. It's not really a curse because she can choose to stay human. Because I just found these little portals, these like portal type things.
Mm-hmm.
It's like when she puts her hands on it, the black ooze goes over, and then she's immediately like transported underwater as the mermaid. So she's just like swimming around on the water. And then she'll find another one, and she puts her webbed hand on that, and it turns her back to human.
Gotcha.
Okay.
So, but it just seems like the further away she gets from the island, like as far as habitat, I guess, the more she starts to suffer because of the curse. So I think I have one more chapter to wrap it all up. I'm still looking for my husband. I'm still trying to find out where the hell this giant monster come from. I hope they answer that in the last one, because if I found the fucking ship that brought my husband to the island, and it had like Godzilla-sized slashes across the hull, like torn into the hull. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, what the hell did that?
You're gonna find out that
something.
he's a monster too, and you're both monsters in love.
Oh, he was trying.
And then it's gonna turn into Monster High Monster Camp, and that's when we play it again.
I know, right? Sadly, baby.
And actually, he was trying to, because he's human. He found out, like, he solved all the mysteries on the island and left me clues and stuff. And he found out that it wasn't really an illness, but that's what it was. That's what I was suffering from. So he found this ritual that may be able to turn him the same way, and that was where I left it off. He went to like perform the ritual on himself, and I went to find out if he succeeded or not. But well,
so I might be right.
But Wintermore Tactics Club actually kind of reminds me of the G-rated version of Monster Camp.
Okay.
What do you mean G-rated? Monster Camp was perfectly G-rated. That was E for everyone.
That was not E for everyone.
Especially that dude with the booty shorts.
Oh yeah.
E for everyone.
Booty shorts.
The Minotaur.
Yeah. And when the Calculator got the malware virus.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I remember that fondly.
Oh yeah.
I bet you do.
Yes, I had to scream that out a couple times.
Yeah, just sitting. Yeah, just go back and watch.
Surface bewilderment's great.
Lad sitting there like, increase your penis size for like a minute straight. Oh, good times.
Yeah, exactly. I remember that fondly.
Yes.
Other than that, yeah, I'll be finishing Call of the Sea, and Apex Season 8 starts this week, so we diving into that a little bit more. Try out this new guy with the 50-50 repeater.
Too shabby.
Intersecting.
Yeah.
I guess I'll go next. What the fuck have I even done this week? We did Green Hell. We did some of that. That was a lot of fun. I
forgot about Green Hell.
I've been thinking about that since we streamed it, and I'm like, man, I want to play more. I want to do the new content. I want to see the new part of the map so bad. I picked up Deep Rock Galactic, which is a ridiculous amount of fun. You play as a little space dwarf, and you got to go mine a bunch of crystals off in different planets for the Galactic Collective. But really, you're just like 4 classes of crazy like mining people who've got different types of guns. Like my favorite one is the driller, so I just get to drill straight holes like way quicker through rocks and terrains. But then I also have a flamethrower. And you get to get drunk in the game, and different drinks have different effects. Like one of them is called the wormhole brew, and you drink it and it teleports you to a different random part of the ship that you're in, or outside of the ship, because why the fuck not? Highly recommend. Game is a lot of fun. I think it's free on Game Pass actually. Worth checking out. A little bit more Rust, kind of just scrapping away until Thursday when the server resets for us, and then we get to build back over again.
Yes.
And hopefully get revenge because we lost another fucking base.
Oh yeah.
Another set of things.
Is this part of the charm, I guess, of Rust?
There's multiple different like parts of what make Rust its own thing. Like if you go into an actual like role-playing server, like a full-on RP server, then usually people will like interact differently and they'll have like discussions and stuff like that. If you go into like a regular Rust server, it's all chaos all the time. People just like bust open anyone's base whenever they fucking want to, if they're offline or not, and they'll just kill them and take all their stuff. It's one of those like chaos rules the land kind of games.
Oh, sounds charming.
But then everyone starts back over whenever the server resets, which is usually like once a month or once every 2 weeks or so. I'm looking into like a more RP heavy server just because like that's why I wanted to get into playing Rust. Was like full RP, just go in, like create a role for myself and interact with a bunch of random people as I walk by them. But I also am having a lot of fun just getting used to how do I learn how to defend myself.
Oh yeah.
We've come up with this wonderful idea for the new base, and we're calling it Extreme Danger Mode.
Oh, hell yes.
Where we just have basically an entire floor that's nothing but turrets with automatic weapons around it. And if anyone walks up to our base, then we slap a button and it starts an alarm system and like red spinning lights that activate danger mode. All the doors fly open, all the turrets just activate at once.
Oh, danger zone.
But someone's got to be there to hit the button.
Yeah. Someone's got to be there to hit the button, but
conversely, you can also do things like pressure plates that set off the thing. So it's like they step into the middle of the room and it triggers.
It doesn't even have to be pressure plates. I can also rig it up to a laser sensor. So if they break the laser line, danger mode.
Danger zone. Nice.
That's cool.
Danger zone.
And then I can set each of the turrets up to be like friendly with everyone within the party. So if it recognizes anyone that's not a part of the team, then
that's good.
Eradicated.
Yeah, it's not just gonna kill everyone every time we come back to base.
Boy, I had that issue. So when I was setting up the turrets originally and I was learning electricity, I set up a turret, sat it right in front of the door for our vault that had all of our good stuff in it, and also where we spawned at. Every time that my buddy Richie walked out the door, the turret immediately got pissed and unloaded on him. And I was like, what did I do wrong? How do I fix this? That was the time.
I guess the learning experience of shit like that is part of the charm.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're like, oh, this is so gonna go exactly the way I want it to, and then you build the thing and it does not ever.
It's like the chaos portion of Minecraft. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You learn how to just steer into the chaos, or you learn how to fix the chaos.
Yes.
It's a good time.
Yeah.
Such a good time. Oh, I forgot to mention, but like this was a couple of weeks ago. I finally beat Pokemon Sword, and
Oh, nice.
I'm like halfway through one of the DLCs now.
Nice.
But I keep getting distracted because they put you in like this wonderful dungeon crawler kind of mode, and I'm like, oh, I love it.
I just got my copy.
Yeah.
Can't wait to start it.
When you get to the wild area, if you want to do some of the raid battles, let me know. Because it's just run around, poke at an area, get a free Pokemon to catch. But it's like the only like co-op type of thing that you can do in the game. You just like invite someone else to do this like giant raid Pokemon battle with you.
Yeah, that sounds dope.
It's fun. It's like anytime that I'm like, hey, you want to play Pokemon? Then me and like my other buddies just like, okay. Then we just go find a bunch of raid battles. And we're like, all right, which types do you have right now? I've got this Pokemon. Pass. We'll find another one.
Yes, Betsy, technically you were first, but you didn't say first.
I didn't say first either. I said fist.
Jono always says Jono says fist a lot.
Or flirst. Sometimes it's flirst. Alright, well, that was my week. Who the fuck's next?
That would be me. So I have discovered the joy of Hades. That has been occupying the majority of my time lately. I can definitely see why it was game of the year a strong game of the year contender, because there's literally not a single element of this game that I don't like. The soundtrack is incredible. The characterization in a roguelike of all things, the characterization is something I'm not used to, because I love me some roguelikes, but generally they're pretty story. Yeah, they're pretty story deficient for the most part, but Hades actually is nothing like that. It legitimately has a rich story. There's tons of characters. Like it's just a very rich game. The soundtrack's phenomenal. The gameplay is fast. The types of customizations you can do, the builds you can do for your character on the fly are fucking nuts. Like everything about the title is absolutely solid. So it's definitely had my attention the majority of this past week.
I mean, have you played any of the other Supergiant games?
I have not, actually.
High recommendation on Bastion. That's the one that got me into them, and the soundtrack was one of the first indie games to win best soundtrack out of nowhere. And this is like the 360 and PS3 era. Fucking love the game, but that's like where they got started. I have loved almost every single one of their games since then, so Hades being as good as it is makes perfect fucking sense. Makes perfect
Transistor
fucking sense
was really good too. I played Transistor.
Yeah, Transistor was really wonderful.
Good thing about Transistor.
Transistor had a fucking amazing soundtrack as well. Pyre was okay. Bastion and Transistor were like the first two big ones. I love Bastion a lot more, but it's because it's got this weird twangy kind of indie guitar vibe to the whole soundtrack of everything, and it's got this weird like overworld narrative that's going on the whole time. But like they have only progressed further and further with each game they've made, and I'm really happy that like Hades decided to take the roguelike route into that, because that game is so fucking good. And great mythology.
Right, exactly. And there's some things in it that just follow the mythology, but obviously have they took creative license with the mythology, but it's still kind of it's not, I shouldn't say kind of, it still works for the characterization, the liberties they took, which is like, wow, okay, they put a lot of care in making sure that like characters are very fitting but also have archetypes that they follow. And and best of all,
like the Theseus and the Minotaur battle.
Oh my God, yes. Like the first time I saw, because I streamed it on Wednesday, and I got to the Minotaur fight, and just everything about him, and the characters actually, one of the parts that I'm enjoying the most and what's keeping me coming back is the character arcs that even like sub bosses get. Like the characters that you encounter early on in the game each have their own storyline that you can pretty much follow with them. There's not much difference to the gameplay for most of them, but it's like you're unlocking lore and different sides of the characters, and the conversations are all good. So I thought that was really, really awesome. And the Gorgon maid Dusa, so maid Dusa, obviously Medusa, she is like one of the best characters ever.
Very hard agree.
So yeah, really, 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 really solid title.
Oh, Hades. I want to see what else Supergiant's gonna do in the future. It's one of those like small indie studios that I'm like, I follow your career so closely now, just because like I fell in love with your first title so hard. Like their soundtrack, 2 of their songs were my alarms for like, I want to say 1.5 to 2 years, something like that.
Yeah.
Love it. Love every fucking second of the games they make.
All right. Well, you do realize I'm going to clip that and send it to Supergiant and then tell them to come talk to us.
I'm fine with that.
Absolutely. I would love that.
I might actually cry.
Yeah.
All right. I got my incentive.
Yeah, because like even like this game, even to the point is like I'm like, oh my God, I need to do like a Hades cosplay now. Like there's even like it's creeping into everything. I'm like, oh, I totally gotta I gotta do a bunch around this title.
Okay. All right. Well, starting off with a bit of sad news, we saw that and I don't want to murder her name. Shoot, I don't want to mess up her name.
Jeanette Moss. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the Resident Evil Village actress passed away at age 39 just recently.
Yeah,
which was a sad thing because the game had pretty much started within the last few months or so, gained recognition. You know, we got a trailer, we got some footage, we got some. Everybody was going gaga over the vampire lady, and then this sad bit of news happens.
Honestly, like her character, I like everyone's been freaking out and falling in love over Tall Vampire Lady, but I like Jeanette Moss's character is one of the witch sisters who were like appears and is covered in blood and just a wonderful goth chick in general.
Blood.
And I'm like, you guys can have Tall Vampire Lady. I see what I want.
Yeah. Very much agree. But there was actually there was a few obituary entries this week that were really surprising. We had that musician Sophie, who passed away just yesterday. She was big in the trans and those type of communities. Being the type of artist that she was, she pushed a lot of boundaries, and she fell accidentally, and she died just like that. So a lot of people just being, unfortunately, just taken from us suddenly. It's rough beginning of the year.
Very rough beginning of the year.
What was it? Cloris Leachman passed away. I mean, geez, there's quite a few actually. I can't even think of them all right now.
Yeah,
but
sad to say, but
bit of A bit of a sad start to 2021.
Hey, it's only January.
It's been like, I don't know if you guys have felt this too, but it's been a long fucking month.
It really has.
I completely agree.
Like just January feels like the 10 months of March that we had last year.
I mean, it was like the whole thing with me getting COVID, you know, like in the second week of January made it that much longer.
Very true.
I mean, I spent like basically 2 weeks. Today is my last day at home, by the way. I go back to work tomorrow. Nice. So it's been a long 3 weeks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it felt weird going back out into the world.
Yeah.
Agreed. Happy recovery.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I don't know this world yet. I don't know this world yet. I don't want to know this world.
I know.
Yeah. We need to put the world back in the oven. It ain't done yet.
No. I mean, listen, we technically have done. This is complete separate from our topic list, but I don't know if any of you guys like keep up with science like news or anything. But speaking of putting the world in the oven, South Korea broke the fucking world record with their artificial sun. Their nuclear fission device, and it was able to stay on and run for a full 20 seconds, which is over double the amount that any of the other artificial suns, like from any other country, has been able to do.
Wow.
I like random bits of science.
Wow.
Pretty impressive.
It's
that needed like a tagline.
It's
like random bits of science.
Science with Jono.
Bill, shit. Wait, wrong show.
What's this Call of Duty Warzone? What's going on?
So this is actually something that has been happening since, I would say that was season 4 or 5 of the Modern Warfare Call of Duty Warzone.
So
season 5.
It said that it's been an issue for a while.
Yeah, so right now, basically what's happening is there's a big Twitter presence of people who are very upset about this particular skin that they released in season 5. It was the tier 100 battle pass unlock, which, by the way, you can just straight up pay money to unlock if you want. It wasn't really that expensive, to be honest, and it went on sale a couple times. But in any case, the skin is just a completely blacked out skin. The face, even the makeup around the eyes is all black, and it's nearly impossible to see a player, especially when you're moving around in some of these darker areas of Warzone, and it leads to a lot of people camping and doing things that they're not supposed to be doing.
So a lot of people were complaining that it was like nearly invisible, like the skin made you
basically
practically
really
invisible.
I watched like a compilation of people facing off against people wearing this skin, and there were several clips where it's like they'd round a corner, they'd like scan the room and everything, and then all of a sudden they'd just start getting shot from somewhere in the middle of the room, and I would like slow those clips down, and I couldn't even see the person shooting. I could see the tracer rounds, and then I'm rolling it back, running it at like 0.25, speed, and I'm looking where the tracers are coming from. I don't see shit.
You can't see it. It's impossible.
Yeah.
It became so much of an issue that like someone used that skin and won the Twitch Rivals tournament for Warzone, which was a $250,000 prize pool.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
So clearly a little bit of an issue.
Yeah, there's a problem here.
Not only that, but if you look at some of the people that were playing that tournament and some of the clips of them playing it, they're literally just wearing that skin, sitting in a dark corner the whole time, waiting for somebody to walk by, Like, it's the
good old
cheapest,
invisibility camping.
Yeah, the cheapest, sweatiest way to play the game. And you're talking about Warzone, which is like a gigantic map. Yeah.
But you would think that they would, like, I guess, outlaw the skin if you're playing for 250 grand, 25 grand.
Well, when you don't see it as an issue, then you don't really.
Yeah,
exactly. And that's part of the problem is that the people who run the tournaments and things like that, they don't change it.
Yeah.
There you go. So I guess that was the issue for the fight back from the players.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, they're basically trying to get Activision to pull the skin from the game. That's what's been going on. It's this battle to try and get the game pulled out, try and get the skin pulled out of the game. But
Activision and that's making the money. And
exactly.
The more broken people say the skin is, the more people are going to buy the skin. That's money.
Well, even better is that you can't get it anymore because it was part of a season. It was part of a season 5 release.
Yeah.
So if you didn't get it and you didn't play that season, then now you're just shit out of luck.
Don't worry. The next upcoming season is gonna have a collaboration, and it's just gonna be a John Cena skin. So you'll be fine.
But I thought you said it was you could purchase a skin though.
When season 5 was available.
Oh, when it was available during season 5.
They went to season 6 or 7, I forget. And then of course now Cold War's out, so they've stopped releasing battle passes for Modern Warfare, and they've moved on to season 1 of the Cold War. So and Warzone in of itself is like its own game now.
Yeah.
So you've got basically 3 games, and Warzone's just kind of in the middle. Now, if you're just playing Cold War multiplayer, then you don't have to deal with the Rook skin. But in this case,
that might be why they don't see it as a problem. They're going to roll everything into Cold War.
Yeah. So, pretty interesting. But yeah, I guess we'll see if they decide to change anything. I doubt it.
Yeah, they might just be, you won't have this problem for very long. Everything's going to be on Cold War.
Yeah. I was going to say, this late in the game, probably not. They're probably not going to fix shit.
Yeah, so right now, everything is combined. So if you're playing Warzone right now, you get to use everything from Modern Warfare and everything from Cold War. But eventually, I'm assuming they're going to take Modern Warfare away.
Probably.
And then it'll be sucks to suck. Should have had that skin when it was available.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, should have gotten on the hype train.
So
it's like all those kooky kids in their Fortnite dog backpack propeller.
Right. John Wick skins and
Thanos gloves.
Right.
X-Force skins and G.I. Joe skins and all the skins.
The kind of crossovers they get for that game is ridiculous. I mean, good for them, but golly.
No, it's easy.
I mean, yeah.
You just throw up numbers, the numbers that they have.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's insanely easy. You just go to company A and you go, "Hey, do you guys want money? Can we recreate your character and give you money?" And they go, "I like money."
Yeah,
fair.
And so do we. If you let us put your character in our game, we can pay you even more money than you could have possibly imagined.
And then like some people throw more money at them than others, like Disney, and they go, "Okay, you make Marvel in game and make whole storyline." And then other people just go, I guess you can use our characters, and that's how you get the Walking Dead skins.
Just look how many parents' credit cards our audience has access to.
You'd be surprised.
Well,
don't worry,
speaking
it's
of,
fake money. Just the kids will pay us in V-Bucks, and they'll never know.
Right.
Well, speaking of having access to, if you're a fan of Bleeding Edge, which I'm sure I don't think any of us have played, have we? Or Moose, you played?
I installed it one time.
No idea. No idea. I haven't played a Ninja Theory game in a while.
Well,
It was
after
available on Game Pass for a while, and I checked.
after it being available for less than a year, it looks like the content development is going to be ending for it.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's over. Didn't quite hit as hard as they thought it would. I think they thought it was going to be like the next like Overwatch type of, it's somewhere between Overwatch and like Valorant or something.
I was going to say, like, for a hot minute, we had like all of those games at the same time. It was like Overwatch, Valorant, Apex, Bleeding Edge. What was the other one? The Overwatch clone, or the one that Overwatch was cloned from? Paladins.
Oh yeah.
The one that was canceled by, I think, Amazon.
Oh yes.
Crucible.
God, I played that one.
Crucible.
Yeah, Crucible.
Yeah.
Crucible. We had like all 6 of those like at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone was trying to release like the new esports game, and only Valorant was able to break into that genre.
Mhm.
I mean,
So,
Overwatch
yeah.
also.
Well, I mean Overwatch, yeah, but Overwatch had
Yeah,
been out for
obviously,
years
that was-
before Valorant came out.
Yeah.
It was already established. But yeah, Bleeding Edge was, it's pretty interesting. They had, a bunch of different characters to play with, and the style was actually pretty cool. I wish it had been a little bit more like Overwatch in that, they focus more on building the actual character, because, when you play a game like Overwatch and you choose a hero, it really gives you a feel that you're playing a fleshed out character, whereas in Bleeding Edge it was just like, hey, it's this crazy guy with a Japanese mask on. It's pretty cool. He's got a sword.
Yeah.
There was no feeling of like who he was, or like
Yep.
they didn't really make the character exciting to choose. So
There you go.
you get into the match, and then a lot of the abilities were very similar. Choosing between playing one character versus another, it just didn't feel like that important. And I think that's what it suffered from. But from what I'm seeing here, they're focusing now on Senwa Saga, which those games have been absolutely stellar. Yeah. And with Hellblade 2 coming out, I think they should be turning their focus to that, because that's their cash cow right now. I just played that RPG Runeheart or Jazzerdog, I forget. One of them was playing it and just completed the game 100%.
I think Reinhardt just did. I remember seeing his Twitter post about it.
Yeah, and I mean that was
God.
really fun to watch. I've never even played it, but just watching him play it was enthralling.
That game is such an insane masterpiece of like fuck your brain up chaos.
Mm-hmm.
Like you have to play it with headphones because of the effects that are within that game.
Oh yeah. But yeah, hopefully soon we'll see that second game come out. And I mean, hey, more power to Ninja Theory.
Yeah, because I was saying the game is still available to play. I mean, but I guess if no new content is coming out for it, that's pretty much like a death sentence.
No. Yeah.
So
I mean,
I was like, maybe they can pick it back up after they finish with Hellblade 2 and Senua Saga, depending on how far along. Because we still see stories where people are releasing like unreleased content for like a few years down the line. It's going to be a huge storyline. Unreleased content for Bleeding Edge just released.
Yeah, they can say it's the end of their storyline, and like you can say like maybe this is the end of the road for them as far as like this specific game goes, but like Overwatch did that. They released their last update and they were like, this is the final Overwatch update, and like that's bullshit. Like we know that's bullshit.
They just came out with like another level and another character recently.
Yeah, they came out with another level and another character, and they're like, all right, this is it, this is done until Overwatch 2. But then they're like, oh, also here's this other map too, by the way. Have fun with that.
Here's a map, here's a new skin. Like they're gonna keep it going.
And then they're gonna push Overwatch 2 back, and then they're gonna be like, oh no, we made new holiday skins. Have fun being an Easter bunny.
Easter Bunny Reinhardt.
Yeah. So like it's there's no way to tell if it's the end of a life cycle until the fucking curtain is called.
Yeah.
I mean, there's even games that like will spike back up into popularity. Look at Among Us.
Oh my god.
The game that was out for 3 years and no one knew that it existed, and then all of a sudden it was like, what is this?
That's exactly what I was gonna say. Is all that needs to happen is for fucking Soda Poppin' or somebody to pick up Bleeding Edge on a whim and be like, hey, let's check this game out, and then everybody and their mom is gonna be fucking playing it, and then they'll be like, oh, Bleeding Edge 2 is in development now, and
like, oh, Servo, have you heard of this new game called Bleeding Edge? It's so awesome.
Yeah, it'll explode. So it's just a matter of time or luck, I guess. Oddly enough, our next topic, in the opposite direction, Sea of Thieves is on a steady expansion content release schedule, and in my opinion, it's proving to be extremely successful for them. I mean, I haven't seen anything that they've put out into that game as additional content that's been boring or not fun, or like literally everything they add to it is just like okay, I gotta fucking try that.
Well, you gotta think of it from like when the base game launched for Sea of Thieves, it was very bland. It was this is you are a pirate, here is ship, go sail, have fun, get treasure.
Yeah.
And then since then they've been like, okay, so here's storylines. Here's missions that you can do that actually have storylines into them. Cool?
Yep.
Neat. All right. Now here's a fucking crazy event that's going on where you go sail and there's a giant floating skull over an island and you have to go defend the island for 30 minutes. All right, cool. Yeah. We've done that. Now let's add in fucking spaceships into the sky. That's just what I assume is eventually going to happen.
Yeah, of course.
And then they're like, you know what? It's a little boring just hanging out with your friends on a ship. You guys want some fucking pets? Have some fucking pets.
Yeah. Pets, instruments, war instruments, firebomb.
You guys are bored of the pets already? Okay, cool. Here's firebombs, and you can shoot your pets off of the ship. Have fun.
Yeah, it's just, I mean, it's just little things too. It's not really like they're not going, all right, we're opening up the next, world. I mean, they have done that a couple times too. They've added islands and things like that, but it's not been like a huge departure from what they've done before. They're just like, hey, this island's got fucking volcanoes on it. That's pretty cool, right? Like shit like that.
It's just every time that they like announce something new, like when they announce the season passes that are coming or the battle pass, whatever the fuck it is. Every time I'd been like, okay, I'm gonna put this game down for a little while, and they're like, hey, you want something fucking cool? And I'm like, what do you got for me? Listen, man. I thought I was done with the crack. What do you want? What do you got?
Yeah.
Show me.
Yeah.
How much?
Pirate crack.
Hi kids,
crack.
You want some crack? Well, come on.
Now it's cherry flavored. Ah, fuck. Well, I got to try the cherry flavored crack.
Oh, have you tried the cherry vanilla crack though?
Yeah, I mean, they're saying now that this new season pass that you were just talking about is going to take like 40 to 50 hours of in-game time to get through. So you got some work ahead of you if you're interested in getting it all done. And I mean, hey, it's probably going to be awesome. I mean, based on the shit that they've been putting out, like anything that you can customize on your character or on the boat, like I'm all about it. I'm like, oh yeah, I like that.
And I don't think I've seen any other company take the approach that Rare has done with as far as the communication that they put out, and because they were putting out the weekly videos, the developer videos. At one point, like explaining to everything that's going into the season, was even if something was delayed, they were still putting out the videos and saying like, okay, maybe you won't get it this week, but here's what we were working on, this is what's coming up, and stay tuned for this. And I know you guys have been asking for this, but we're working on this part. It's not out of the picture, but just not right now. So it's like the communication that they put into it, I feel, is a real big part of why people continue to hang on to Sea of Thieves too.
Honestly, yeah. Like
Yeah.
How transparent they've been with all of their population, like in the game, it's just wonderful. Like no other company is really as transparent as they are right now. Even like Bungie puts out a This Week at Bungie report for Destiny 2, and sometimes it's ups and sometimes it's downs. It's like, do we care right now? But like I was watching all the Sea of Thieves weekly updates every single week. This is like, okay, what's new? What can I do? What are you fixing?
that doggos, when they added the doggies, the puppers, oh man.
Oh yeah.
Everyone went crazy over that.
Yeah, I as soon as they released the pets, I got the skeleton bird and the skeleton monkey like immediately.
Same.
Awesome.
I think I've got a regular. Yeah, I got a free monkey from Twitch, skeleton monkey, and then skeleton bird.
Yeah, Jazzer Dog, of course, bought me the skeleton monkey. He also got me that bird and bear pack. That was like, you got to take the cap off before you drink that, gentlemen.
Listen, I know how to liquid, okay? Don't you call me out right now. I was like, man, I hope no one saw that.
I got that bear and bird pack that like makes the whole ship like all like covered in feathers and like bear emblems, and it's like all bright yellow. I mean, it's dope, but I gotta tell you, it really sucks because you can be seen like across the entire fucking ocean, and they're like, "Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're gonna go kill that guy. He's got some money, I'm sure."
Yeah.
And then I laugh when they show up, and I've got like a skull that I pulled off an island.
Oh yeah.
I just like throw it in the water. Take it. Leave me alone. I don't need it.
I mean, honestly, half the time they're just in it for the thrill of invading. They're just in it for, I want to destroy a ship. There's a large period of time when we did it just for that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What are you laughing at over there? I'm concerned.
Yeah.
He's trying to figure out how to transition into this article about BioMutant.
Could be.
Or not. Anyway.
No, I think he's in his own world.
Yeah, he is. So I guess what happened was, and you guys probably know more about this than I do. I guess BioMutant is now a couple months away from finishing development.
I'm not gonna lie, I forgot that this game existed.
I mean, it looks kind of cool. I mean, they said that they announced it in 2017 Gamescom. Holy shit!
Yeah. Oh, that's why Lat's laughing. You son of a bitch.
I don't understand. Oh.
He clipped my wonderful blunder of not being able to drink from my bottle. Fucking shit.
We have a good time here, folks.
Thanks. Yeah, no, I completely forgot this game existed. And it was one of those, like, this has been in development for a while, and it didn't have the cyberpunk, we're gonna update you every month and be like, hey, this game still exists. They've just been like, shh, don't worry about it, you just eventually.
Yeah.
And now eventually is here, and we've got a release date of what was it, March 25th or May 25th?
May 25th.
May 25th.
Yeah, now that the PS5's already out, it's like, yeah, we're dropping some on PS4, and you can buy the $400
the Atomic Edition. Yeah.
Oh my!
I mean,
God.
Jesus Christ, this thing. Did you see what comes with this?
No, what was in it?
No, I didn't look at that.
I saw $400 and said, too rich for my blood.
Yep, that's that was my approach too.
It includes the game, the soundtrack, a fabric poster, a steelbook, a what they're calling premium display box, a oversized mouse pad, a t-shirt, and a just gigantic diorama of BioMutant.
That sounds a lot like what I got from my Diablo 3 collector's edition, but for like $80.
Right, yeah. No, this one, you can get your own right now for $399.99.
So friggin' absurd.
Yeah.
Thanks. I think I'll forget this game existed again.
Mhm.
You know what I confused this game with? I was thinking.
Is it Battletoads?
No, when I saw a release date for BioMutant, I was thinking this was Beyond Good and Evil 2.
Oh. You mean that other game that they announced in that same year and then we haven't said anything about?
Yeah, because they had like, was it Joseph Gordon-Levitt?
Yeah,
that was like doing some kind of big. You could be involved by sending us your submissions or
he was like hey, send us your art. Don't send us a bunch of dick pics though.
Yeah, I get that's what I was thinking this was, but I guess they're both in the same vein of, hey, look at this cool thing. And then we're going underground.
I don't know if it's a good or a bad strategy. I guess it's one of those, like, once they announce it again, then it becomes, holy shit, I want that game again. But it doesn't have the long drawn up hype behind it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe the $400 collector's editions are to pay for their extra marketing.
There you go.
Oh boy.
I don't know. I'd want to see some. It looks interesting enough. I got to see more about it. Hopefully, in the next few months, we'll be seeing some more about it. We'll see how it works out.
Or we'll just see it when it releases.
Yeah. Speaking of, I need to see more about it. This Tesla car has got me scratching my head a little bit.
Like we've had somebody play games on a refrigerator. We've had somebody play games on a toaster.
I mean, you can play Doom on a calculator.
On the calculator. Yeah. We've had someone play Twitch on, or someone play Pokemon on Twitter, on their Twitter profile.
Right.
And now you can play Cyberpunk on your Tesla Model S.
I mean,
yep.
The natural evolution of things.
Yeah, it's just, why not? Why not, I guess.
Can we just take a brief second to talk about how Cyberpunk is now the Crisis staple is like, can it run Cyberpunk? Can it run Crisis?
Yeah.
It's like, I mean, wait, your car can run it? Shit.
Shit.
Then it's gonna be like playing Cyberpunk on my smart fridge, playing Cyberpunk on my dishwasher. Like it'll be the new "Can it run Doom?" or does Doom run on it sort of meme level thing.
I mean, what I was more impressed by was that they had a racing game that, if I'm not mistaken, it looks like it's Crash Bandicoot Racing on the screen.
Racing.
I might be mistaken, because if I'm right, then Crash Team Racing hasn't been released on a system since like
the 360 era.
No, I take that back. Yeah, no, they had Nitro Fueled on PS4. Okay, all right, no, I was wrong. But they had Crash Team Racing on original PlayStation.
The picture that I was looking at, it has like The Witcher on the.
Yeah, there's one for The Witcher too, but I found another one that they were showing. It looks like Crash Team Racing. I might be mistaken.
Oh, okay.
It's crazy how like Elon Musk constantly goes in like ups and down spurts of popularity, and how he's the one who tweeted out this fact and was like, "Yeah, Teslas, it can play Cyberpunk."
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Who the fuck asked you to put that feature into this? And also, thank you.
Right.
It's like
he's the modern day mad scientist, and I love it.
Let's see. So on like the cover of what they have on there, it's The Witcher 3, The Witcher 2, some I want to say that's Shantae. I can't really place what it is. It looks like Titan's Quest, Fallout Shelter, some racing game, Stardew Valley, and Cuphead on like what is playable.
Yeah.
Can you imagine how wonderful road trips are gonna be if the car can just play video game?
Right.
Can you imagine how many times
drive.
I'm gonna crash in my car because I play video game?
See, now that's what I was just going to
Drive.
talk about, because some of the other things that he said in that Twitter thread were, it's the first production car ever to go 0 to 60 in less than 2 seconds from production, and you can go 0 to 155 in a quarter mile.
God.
So this isn't the self-driving model, though.
I mean, it has some of those features.
I was gonna say,
I was
like,
about to say,
every
I
Tesla
think
model is self-driving now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was about to say, yeah, if you get it's 10,000 more per model from what I've seen. Not that I've been pricing out Teslas or anything like that. I have, but yeah, you can
As
just
have
get
I.
a 10,000. Yeah, you can just get a $10,000 add-on, and it comes with the self-driving module and other modules like encompassed within it. But that's like the main thing that you're paying for.
Right.
It's gonna cause so much chaos and confusion too, because I remember a month or two ago, I want to say I saw a video on TikTok where someone was stopped by the police in their Tesla, and they were like, we're gonna need you to take that screen down, we're gonna need you to just remove that from right in front of your dashboard. And then the girl was like, I can't, it's a Tesla, it's built into the car. He's like, no, I'm gonna need you to take that down. It's like, it screen make car go.
Yeah.
It's gonna be so much more awkward if you get pulled over and they're like, do you know how fast you were going? It's like, I don't know, man. I was killing hookers and I was stealing cars and driving down the street. And they're gonna be like, all right, I need you to step out of the car and put your hands on your head.
Oh my God! Right.
Yes, we're arresting you for speeding. Never mind the hookers.
And you're gonna be like, no, I was playing GTA. It's fine.
I wasn't driving. I was playing video games.
Right.
The future's gonna be wild.
You can bet that's gonna be the first vilified story. It was like self-driving car runs off of the road and kills 30 people while driver plays video games. And I'm like,
yeah, blame the game.
Those damn video games are the whole reason the car went off the road. No. Yeah, I can see the headlines now.
Video games cause more violence? ? Exclamation point ?
Well, speaking of more violence,
Yay, more violence!
Ooh, chaos!
Apparently everyone is fed up with our favorite streamer here on the Remnant Gamers.
Shroud?
Or one of our favorite streamers here on the Remnant Gamers.
Dr. Disrespect?
Soldier
Boy, yeah.
Oh, Soldier Boy, shit.
Tell him.
Apparently Ninja's getting a lot of flack over some comments that he made, which I'm kind of on the fence. I can see both sides of the comments. I can see both sides of the argument, and it's actually been more than a few statements that he's made that people have been attacking him for it, and he's kind of like hitting back in his responses. One of the latest ones that I saw was about him making the statement that it's not his job to talk to kids about racism and privilege, which I can understand him feeling that way. He was just like, it's not my job to talk to kids about racism and privilege. It's their parents' job. But then I kind of also thought, what if you have shitty parents?
Yeah, you were a public figure who is possibly a surrogate for those kids.
Exactly. What if your parents is the reason why you're racist and privileged? That's not going to help the fact. But it kind of took me back to, I may be showing my age a little bit, where Charles Barkley in the NBA was kind of like, I'm not paid to be a role model, I'm paid to play basketball.
Mm-hmm.
And I just don't think a lot of these public figures kind of realize the power that they hold.
No, of course
over
not.
their audience. And I mean, it's not like it's not like he has to come out and say, you know, this is what racism is. This is what you do. You know, it's
right. He doesn't have to do like a PSA, like, you know, like a dare campaign sort of thing about it.
Yo, can we make a bunch of dare campaigns?
Oh shit, I'm down for it. You know,
I'm down with that.
I mean, sometimes all it takes is, you know, I don't think that's cool. I wouldn't do that. That's not something that I would do. And okay, people would be like, "Oh, okay, Ninja doesn't like that," and maybe there's something else to it. But
kids are highly influenceable. There's another word for that.
Influential.
Impressionable.
Influenza.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, anybody that a kid spends, you know, a certain, you know, a lot of time watching has an impact on how they act and think and do shit, and you know, whether they like
talk
it or not. Yeah,
that's like the thing that I noticed the most.
Yeah, 100%. So, you know, whether you like it or not, if you've got an audience, especially of children that watch you, and let's be honest, the majority of Ninja's audience is children.
Mm-hmm.
He also made that conscious decision. Like,
you're right, you are a role model. I'm sorry if you don't like it, but you are. That's your lot.
He went from being a very sweaty, competitive like person to being a like faceplate of like, this is a family value streamer. This is I stream to the families. Like he made that conscious decision. You have to accept that role that comes along with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, to me, it seems like, you know, he, I guess, got himself into a situation that I guess he knew where he was going, because like in this, especially in this article that we're looking at here, they talk a lot about how he talked, you know, previously about he doesn't stream with females. And the reasoning behind that. Now, does it make sense from his description of why he doesn't do it? Yes, because anytime somebody online, celebrity-wise, gets in contact with someone of the opposite sex, the immediate thing to do is to try and throw them under the bus and say, oh my God, they must be cheating on their wife with this person, or are they in a relationship, and blah, blah. Like, I'm right now I'm seeing an ad just to the right of this article that says that T.I. is having allegations against him now because he was seen with Jessica Blevins. I mean, it's just something that happened. So did he go into that understanding that and doing that on purpose? No, because his original comments about gaming with females had nothing to do with that. Is he walking it back now because he thought of a smart response? Yeah, very likely. I mean, but at the same time, he is married, so having those kind of things pop up could potentially cause tension. So is it a legit reason to not want to game with females? Sure. But when it comes to acting the way some of these people act, like, for example, a really good example is I've been watching Tfue doing Minecraft speedruns recently, and I noticed that Tfue in particular is not family friendly. His chat is absolutely horrible as far as moderation. I mean, the kind of comments that you see in that chat are absolutely horrendous. And some of the things that come out of his mouth, especially when he gets frustrated, I mean, if I had a kid, I would be a little upset to hear that kid talking like that. And you know, it's just kind of like you know, it's like you were saying, you can see one side, but you also, you know, you're kind of like caught in between.
Yeah.
I mean, you are the community that you breed, though. Like you create the community around you, and if you're setting it up as we're a bunch of mature adults, I set this as an 18+ stream. Don't come in here and talk a bunch of shit if you're a kid, otherwise you're gonna get a bunch of shit talked back to you, and you're not gonna understand it. Or if you're extremely family friendly, then like set that up ahead of time. Moderate the shit out of your chat. Make sure that you remove any and all, like ban every cuss word and everything.
And that I completely agree. That's exactly how it should be. And I honestly wish there was more streamers that were a little bit more aggressive about their moderation, because it's for lack of a better term, it's a huge turnoff to watch somebody and you're really enjoying having this conversation with them, and then, to be honest, the worst part is when the streamer themselves has to deal with messages in chat that they don't want to see,
right?
Because everyone's having a great time watching them, and it's very obvious when a streamer is like, oh, here we go again with a fucking, I mean, like a wannabe famous troll, it's not a big deal, you delete it. But when you get someone who's being allowed to like use hate speech, or they're making comments like on YouTube, it's actually even worse.
Oh god.
I was recently watching a YouTube broadcast of a AEW match, and some of the women, especially on that organization, are big women. They're large and in charge, and they're pretty impressive. But
no ass.
but when you see the chat fill up with fat comments about how fat and flabby they are and all this, it's like, damn, like no one is moderating this. And it really makes you feel like, oh, like these are the kind of audience members that I'm basically sharing a seat with, and I just it puts a bad taste in your mouth.
Yeah, it's something that can completely put you off from a fan base of something.
Yeah.
Like, seeing how the rest of the people that are around you in this situation react. It's like, do I actually want to be a part of that community? Probably not.
Exactly. And I mean, hey,
really,
I'm the first. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, really solid example of kind of like the reverse of this, or like being a family friendly. I think I've talked before about like Dream, the like speedrunning Minecraft player. Before some of his like speedrunning team that he plays with and makes videos with, one of them's named Bad Boy Halo. Everyone else full reigns, will curse on stream, do whatever. He takes a very hard like stance, and everyone kind of like pokes and prods at him for it, but he refuses to say any curse word because he's never had that kind of like filter or moderation for himself in real life, and he wants to kind of project that back into the community and be like, no, I want to raise up a more wholesome community, a more like family friendly, like I don't want everyone to have to use a bunch of hateful words kind of thing. And I'm like, I respect that entirely.
Of course. Yeah, I mean, especially when you're trying to build a community, you don't. I mean, I guess I can't say, well, nobody wants to build a community like that, because obviously I just talked about a couple people who they have built a community that's like that, and they really, I guess, could care less. As long as those people are, and I'm kind of being a little facetious here, but I mean, as long as those people are giving the money, right? Like, who gives a shit what they're saying in chat? And I get, you get that kind of feeling from people where it's just like, yeah, maybe I'll sit here and watch this for a minute, but I'm gonna hide chat, or I'm gonna, probably navigate somewhere else.
I mean, really, like you've got to, like, the chat's always going to be a like direct mirror of the streamer themselves. Like, if they allow it in there, then that's the kind of person that they are. If they like kind of refine their chat into what they want their community to be, that's the reflection of them that's being projected off into wherever. So like you are your community, and your community is you.
Yes.
Because I was reading his quote, and he was saying that when he was talking about the younger viewers, he was like, you want to know who your kid is, listen to him when he's playing video games, when he thinks you're not. I agree with that.
I mean, that's true of everybody, not even just kids.
Like, here's another thing. How does a white kid know he has white privilege if his parents never teach him or don't talk about racism? If they're gaming and their first interaction with racism is one of their friends saying the N-word and they have no idea what it is, what if it was on my stream? And if it see at that point, I'm like, if it's on your stream, at that point you have the responsibility to discuss it and talk about it about why racism and why it shouldn't be used.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't have the parent, but he does have to be like, whoa, do you understand what you're saying right now? Exactly. And if you don't, then don't use that word. And if you continue to use that word, then you're done here.
Yeah,
like, that's it.
You have at least
precedent.
a responsibility to stop it in its tracks when it's presented.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Do you have to go off and become a full-on teacher of the matter?
No.
Agreed.
No, that's not his place. No, that's not part of the. Yeah, that's not part of the community building like we're talking about.
And he's taking it from the stance of people getting famous off of him calling their name, because he's like, the kids are probably some troll, and once he's like, his name is Fart Sniffer 69 or something, and then they're like, hey, Ninja called out my name, you know. So yeah, I can get it from that, but at the same time, you're still on that platform. Yeah. You know, you're still on that platform.
Yeah, and you're talking about, again, you're talking about two completely different situations in those two stories. And one is the equivalent of, I'm doing stand-up comedy and you're out in the crowd, and you know, you're yelling the N-word at me loudly for everyone to hear. The other is, you know, I call on you and I say, what's your name? And you go, you know, Dick Anus.
I see you, wiener.
I'm like, oh, okay. I kind of asked for that. Now I have an option whether or not to continue to interact with you.
Yeah.
That's completely up to you. And for some people, it's not bad. I mean, going, oh, Fart Sniffer 69, you thank you for the sub. Does that do anything other than make a couple people, including the person who's named Fart Sniffer, laugh? No. Is it going to make more people try and troll you? Maybe.
Probably.
If they give you $5 every time they try and troll you, is that really a bad thing? Not unless it really bothers you, in which case you have options. As
Otherwise,
a streamer,
you're just a minx.
Exactly. Yeah, you're justifying it by kind of letting it happen.
But I mean, she makes bank off of people trolling her, so.
Oh yeah, no, she's turned it into a fucking successful business model.
She's turned that into her business.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of awesome.
Yeah. It's just, you know, I guess if you're gonna do that, you have to put that understanding out there. You know, like, for example, that kid who is presented with some racial slur and gets banned because he used it without understanding. He's going to go to his parents and be like, you know, so-and-so banned me from his channel and I don't understand why. And then, okay, now there's time for that parent to then explain to them what they're doing wrong and why they're not allowed to be a part of that community anymore.
Yeah.
And then they have to make a choice. Are they going to change their behavior, or are they going to find a group that accepts them for the racist that they are?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because like he was saying, it's not his job to parent, and then I was just kind of like, okay, so what if your parents are the racist privilege and the reason, you know, and he's saying the word, and then he goes back to his parents, and they're like, oh, I got banned for using this word, and oh, you did nothing wrong, Jimmy. Let's introduce you to the hood wearing side of the family and white
right.
That, you know, you can freedom of speech that you can use. Jimmy, let's go talk to this side.
You've been watching Ninja, but let me introduce you to this other streamer, Grand Dragon.
Here's your Uncle Q and your Aunt Q.
Oh boy.
It's like, so, and yeah, that's the aspect that I took out of it. It's like,
yeah, nah, I could see that too.
Not all parents should have had children. Not everyone should be allowed to procreate. So,
amen to that. That's for damn sure.
I would say that it behooves you as a streamer. If you guys, that basically comes down to, if you're watching or listening to this right now and you're a streamer, it is expected of you to mold your community in a way that makes you want to interact with your community. If you're allowing people in who you don't want to be there, that's your fault.
Exactly. Kids, don't grow up to be like me. That's how I'm a role model. Don't be
And
me.
my very popular imaginary friend said it the best. With great power comes great responsibility.
Exactly.
I'm leaving it at that.
It's true.
Yeah,
it's true. Speaking of great power and great responsibility, we were just talking about this to a certain extent, but now the other aspect is that you've got streamers themselves who are being told that they're not allowed to stream anymore because when they started their channels, maybe at this point now they're already old enough, but when they started their channels, they were not old enough to be starting a channel. Some of them massing huge audiences and then being met with these new rules and a lack of a channel.
Yeah,
so,
which the age to sign up for a Twitch account is 13. In case anyone was not aware of that ruling before, because it's not entirely apparent.
Yeah,
no kidding.
Yep. That is a I don't want to say worldwide, but I know at least in companies based in the United States, to sign up for anything, you pretty much have to be 13. Or older.
Man, I tell you, just from the example that they gave in this article about, I've always been on that side of the fence where if the kid was underage and they got into it, like when we thought the kid got kicked off because he was trying to be the Call of Duty pro streamer.
Yeah.
And he good for the little fucker. I've always been on that side of the fence that you're not over. I'm serious. If you're not old enough to do it,
for that little fucker.
And then we find out the whole thing was a scam. But I've always been on that side of the fence. I mean, you absolutely know that you're not supposed to be doing this. But the way, oh man, if you start a channel before you're of age, you grind and you hustle and you build up your community, and you're at the ability to where you can become a partner, and then they look into your channel and they're like, "Oh, you started this before you're 13." No, not only are you denied, but we're shutting all this shit down.
Mm-hmm.
Just by reading that, I was heartbroken because I know the struggle and the grind and to try and build up. I can only imagine.
I mean,
what like some little 13-year-old kid is, but again, good for the little fucker because he shouldn't be.
like okay, I mean, you broke the fucking rules. You broke the clear as day fucking rules. So I can almost agree on the Twitch end of that, where it's like, okay, listen, you did something illegal. There probably should be some kind of like, what's the statute of limitations? Is that what it is normally for like law breaking?
Yes.
There should be some kind of statute of limitations. Like if you've been doing this for like 4 fucking years and then they find out, oh, you started this when you were 12, not 13, then like, okay, sure, whatever, fine, let's just fucking give it to them. But also, if you were amassing enough to already be applying for a partner and you built up all that work in general, they're not taking away the rest of your social media. They're not taking away your ability to go, okay, well, new account. Guess what?
No, and they didn't either. He's already got a new account that's got 5,000 followers on it as of the writing of the article. So they're not denying him the ability to continue. They're just saying, sorry, basically you started this under false pretenses, so you have to start over.
Yeah.
I also want to know if there's some kind of like parental consent clause or something.
There is, and that was the next thing I was going to talk about, which is if he was smart enough, a long time ago, he would have gone back when he was just starting to blow up and would have recreated the account. And I see, and this is one of those things that I know because in my business, to sign up for the e-learning for scuba diving, you have to also be 13. Obviously, you don't have to be 10 years old to actually scuba dive, but in order to sign up to do the online portion, you have to be 13. The way you get around that is you have parental consent, the parent signs up, and under that account, the child is allowed to take the e-learning course with their permission. Yeah. So all you'd have to do with the Twitch channel is exactly the same thing. Get your parent to open the account, and then the parent gives the permission for the child to play. The same thing with the tournament. If you sign up for a tournament, you sign up, like, for example, as a team, like Team Servo. And guess what? Now anyone in the Servo clan, my family, can play in that tournament as a team member. And if my kid just happens to be really good at the game, he plays, he wins. It's all hunky-dory because I'm the originator of the organization of the team.
So Twitch doesn't have anything like parental consent, right?
Well, again, I think, and I would have to double check into this because I'm just thinking about this now, and I haven't had a chance to go back and look at the terms of services, but I'm almost positive that, for example, if this kid had his mom or dad start the account and then he applied as a partner and they said, well, you're only so-and-so years old, he would say, well, it's not my account, it's my parents, and I play as, and I stream as part of the family account.
Or if it was his parents' account and they're just managing,
exactly.
I mean, how difficult would it be to be like, hey, Mom, we made enough to apply for partner and we get this, this, and this. Can you go ahead and submit that for me?
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
But right. if Twitch doesn't have one, I could see a parental consent clause or any type of sign up as a positive thing, because we have seen quite a few stories of underage streamers being really good or prodigies, so to speak, and then being hitting a brick wall because they're not of the age.
And honestly, the more and more that this platform grows and the more that playing games online grows, the younger that audience is want to get into that pot.
Yeah. And they always say, oh, he's playing with his parents' permission, but his parents didn't create the account, and he's not old enough to be playing on the account. That's the draw. That's the draw.
Sorry, if I had scrolled down a little bit, I would have seen that it said YouTube does allow you to do this kind of thing where as long as your parent is visibly present in the video, you can do whatever you want on that account. Twitch does not. Okay. So unfortunately, what I just said is not true. But again, being that as an adult, you could just sign up for a channel and let anybody play. Really, I mean, realistically, that doesn't matter.
Just make sure if you're a kid trying to make it on YouTube, like, Mom, bring me a sandwich, and then
no.
a quick hug.
Even easier than that. So you sign up for an account and you go, hey, Ma, I need a picture of you real fast, and then you get one of those giant cardboard cutouts of your mom, and she's just standing in the background at all times.
No, what you do, this is the pro way to do it.
And then you cut her eyes out and you give her laser eyes.
Get a green screen, videotape your mom, and then just have your mom sitting behind you with the green screen.
Catch her while she's watching TV or doing crafts or something, something that would occupy her, and then green screen her in. I love that.
And then you just have a stream deck trigger that you go, oh yeah, my mom, she's right there. Hey mom, and then you hit the button and then it goes, and she waves. And then she goes back to watching TV and eating popcorn.
Oh my god! Just intersperse a clip in there of
Yeah.
I love it.
Easy,
So-
easy peasy.
But we're not giving ideas to kids for anything nefarious at all.
No, of course not.
No.
Don't do that.
Don't listen to us.
We're the Remnant role models, after all.
Yeah, I mean, the problem with this is that he's not the only one. Average Harry was not the only one. Bugga, who is the Fortnite, the champion from 2019, he's got 3.8 million followers. He started his account when he was 12, and there's a couple other ones listed here. I mean, they've got millions and millions of followers, and people watch them because, again, just like what Moose was saying earlier, the audience for a lot of these streamers are other kids.
Yeah.
And that it just plays into, someone, they want to watch kids their age win at games. So that's what they do, and that's why they get so popular, or at least that's one of the reasons why they get so popular.
Yeah.
Obviously they're good at the game, so that adds to it. But once you get old enough, make an account and get on there and fucking, get that bag.
Until then, get your parents to create it.
Exactly.
Let them manage it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying, man, it'd be so easy to get a cardboard cutout of your parent.
Which they should be doing anyway.
I think it's
the
like
cardboard cutout.
I think it's like $80, and I can get a cardboard cutout of me, but he'll be like 5 foot something instead of like my height. So it'll be like, don't ever talk to me and my son again.
Hell yeah!
Not that I've thought about this before.
Is your son gonna have a beard?
Yeah. Came out of the wound with it.
Okay, actually, now I'm as we've been talking, I've been looking into the actual Twitch terms of services. As a matter of fact, it does say if you are under the age of 13, you're not allowed to use Twitch services at all. So you shouldn't be in the chat. You shouldn't be watching. You definitely shouldn't be streaming. They don't allow any of that and it makes sense because Twitch is a little bit more of a anything can happen kind of place versus YouTube, where generally you're clicking on a video and you're watching content that you've already, you can already assume what that video is going to be, usually, as long as it's not like a Rickroll or something. You can, Twitch is a little bit more unpredictable in that aspect. So I get that. But it says between the ages of 13 and the age of legal majority in your jurisdiction of residence. So that changes things a little bit because it depends on where you live. You can use Twitch services under the supervision of a parent or a legal guardian who agrees to the terms of services. So technically, I guess, again, what I was saying before about making an account and then allowing someone to use it, that's still... honestly, it's a little bit blurry as far as that goes.
Well, blurry is still legal in my book.
Yeah. Yeah. You do it at your own risk. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
You do it at your own risk.
There we go.
So I guess next on the docket we've got you want to talk a little bit about the Scott Pilgrim giveaway?
I don't.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll just skip over.
Well, then later, guys.
I was going to ask before we got to the Scott Pilgrim giveaway.
Yeah.
I know this has been big news and it's not on our topic list. So before we we're started to wrap up, briefly, if we can touch on the whole GameStop ordeal with the stocks and the stock.
With the stock thing, yeah.
The stock and the short sales and the whichever and whatnot. Because I feel like this is the first time a lot of nerds have been exposed to the stock market, and that's because of the GameStop stock.
Well, yeah, I mean, I feel like most people don't have even a strong understanding of how stocks even work.
Right. Yeah. I'll admit, I don't have a strong understanding of how. I've had to watch several YouTube videos explaining exactly what was going on, and I'm still a little fuzzy on the details.
Yeah, I mean, unless you've actually interacted with it yourself, it's a little bit difficult to understand. But if there's any of you out there who are watching or listening that don't really get it, what happened is the equivalent of me lending Lat $10 under the understanding that he's going to give me back $10.
Yeah.
And then while he's lending it from me, the value of that $10 goes down to $7. So he gives me $7 back. Therefore, technically, he made $3.
$3 off of it. Yeah.
So in doing that, he could say, okay, well, I've got a bunch of people who are interested in getting $10 from you. And then if that happens, then basically I'm still getting my money back because I got it back at the value that it currently is. But technically, all those people are going to make money. If you don't make money, or if the value doesn't go up, then you're expected to pay that same money back. The opposite happened in this case, where GameStop, unfortunately, their stock was trending down. So a lot of people who already own stocks were going to say, okay, well, I'm going to cash out now and basically sell all of our stocks back to GameStop, which puts GameStop, by the way, at a loss because they're losing money getting their stocks back. In other words, what they call a short sell. You sell it back when the value is lesser. And so you're getting your money back quickly because you know that you're going to continue to lose money if you hang on to that stock. So what a bunch of people did is say, you know what? Fuck that. It's going to put GameStop out of business if that continues to happen. So they got together and decided that they're all going to buy stocks, which of course makes the value of the stock go up.
And not to cut you off, but I think it was a specific.
It was
Reddit
r/Wall Street, r/Wall Street on Reddit.
Okay.
Right. Yeah.
Which
that
has
particular
been
Reddit,
shut down since. Oh.
yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It, like
Because
glitched
big
for a
boys couldn't
second.
handle getting played at their own game.
So in doing that, they raised the value exponentially because they were all buying it in a short period of time, which because of the way the system, because the way that the was it a hedge fund?
Hedge
the
funds.
way that the Robinhood hedge funds are set up, people who have invested large amounts of money, these billionaires, essentially it caused the hedge fund to lose a lot of money, whereas GameStop was gaining tons of money. And the act of making a lot of rich people lose money was very enticing. So it made it go up even more and even more. And the more people that heard about it, they joined in on it.
And it's funny because it wasn't just GameStop. It was a select group of different companies that were tanking under. The two major ones were GameStop and AMC.
Yes.
Yeah. There was like Tootsie Roll and that from what I was reading, it was like Tootsie Roll, shit, the list. But there's some smaller name companies in there outside of GameStop and AMC.
Yeah.
But the thing about it that I use Robinhood as far as for my stocks and trading, and by the time I had found out about it, it had already been going on for a week. But once it gained so much popularity, they prevented any more stocks being bought.
Right.
For not just GameStop, but for like AMC. It was a selection of stock that you could not buy into.
Correct.
Because of everything that was happening.
Although there was a caveat, it was only in the United States that you could not buy stock in those companies.
Right.
Now
a lot of people were using VPNs and things like that to go outside to buy the stocks through other means.
Yep.
And continue to drive the prices up. Which is funny because the only reason Robinhood was preventing people from buying it is because a lot of the CEOs for Robinhood are invested in these hedge funds.
Yeah.
And they're the ones that were losing the money.
It's because Robinhood was recently bought by like Melvin, which is another like hedge fund run company, and then they were like, no, we need to stop all this from happening. We're gonna tank a bunch of money because we were trying to sell shorts on there, and We were gonna buy back up real quick. It was a lot of really shady and illegal shit that was going on and is going on that is now being brought to light because of this.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Robinhood now has a class action lawsuit against them because of them trying to halt and prevent the purchase of the stock of GME, GameStop, and AMC.
When you name your company Robin Hood, but really you're the sheriff of Nottingham.
Oh yeah. Well, my favorite meme was the one where you see rich people are always saying, "Well, if you're poor, you should be investing your money." And then people who are poor started investing in their money, and they're like, "No, not like that.
Stop."
Yeah. Friggin' exactly.
Yep.
No, I'm all in favor of eating the rich, and I'm very happy to see this happening.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. A lot of people were ecstatic that it was happening, which is why everyone started jumping on board when the news story broke.
Yeah.
So it got crazy.
The really crazy part to me is that if you sit back and look at some of the numbers from these hedge funds that they've put together, and when I say they, I mean these people who are already millionaires. Essentially what happened was, billions of dollars were lost collectively by these folks. But
well, yeah. Do you remember the payout last year when they gave $3 trillion to bail out Wall Street?
Exactly. So, but if you look at and it's funny that you mentioned that number. If you look at that compared to the amount of money that they're making overall, it was a drop in the bucket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is
and yet it
fucking ridiculous.
Took them, and then it took them like severe arm twisting to give us $600 to help us when we couldn't afford to pay our rent.
Yeah.
So fuck these people in the ass.
Yep.
Crash the market. Fuck
yeah.
all.
People wonder why, like for example, in the last 8 years or so, the push behind people like and not to get too political, but the push behind people like Bernie Sanders was so big. Yeah. And it's because of this amount of money that's basically just it's almost like a fake amount of money that's out there being stolen from companies like AMC and GameStop because of the way the stock market is being worked.
It is. And like high up money laundering is still a thing.
Yep. Yeah, it's wild. Absolutely wild.
Isn't real.
But like so one of the projected amounts, like one of the people who were doing this initially, like during the beginning of this Wall Street like buyout for GameStop and AMC, they invested $300,000 into the stocks for it. And I think by like 2 days ago, their estimated worth for those stocks is now up to $48 million.
Yeah.
Like that is it. If that gives you any kind of rough amount or number of how these like stonks have been raising, that is a clear-cut example. Like 300,000 to 48 million.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
See now, my confusion was I didn't get the whole stonks thing.
Stonks is a very old meme that's resurfacing because of this, and it was people making fun of the stock markets before, and now it's resurfaced because now we control the stock market.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, stonks is just a what do they call that? A not disfiguration. It's
disambiguation.
Something like that. They've just taken that word and mispronounced it enough times to. It essentially means the same thing, just in meme form. It's kind of like Irma Gerd.
It's just a pure like mimicry of stocks.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you. I know Prince Recluse posted one of my favorite memes out of this whole thing when he said in our Discord, he was like, "Well, you can't get 2,000 from the government, so you take it from the hedge funds they bailed out. Modern problems require modern solutions."
It also reminds me of like the whole millennials crashing down different businesses, like when they were like, millennials have tanked the tissue paper factories and because of their avocado toast. Like, nah, son of a bitch, we're coming for everything. Give us fucking Wall Street now. You just wait to see what we do next.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's pretty funny, but at the same time, they should have seen it coming.
Yeah.
They really should have.
They should have.
You only fuck with everyone for so long.
You can only be so comfortable up at the top and not worry about the lower class until they start bringing out the guillotines.
Yeah, but like shit. After everything that happened last year, and so much distrust of government nowadays, I'm like, come on. It's like you would think they would be more on their P's and Q's when something like this happened.
You'd think so.
Yeah.
It's just like you just don't learn. You don't. I thought that's why we studied history, so we don't repeat the same damn mistakes over and over again.
Well, it reminds me. It reminds me of just the whole diatribe that in the Joker movie, where he's sitting there at the end of the movie on the talk show, and he's just talking about like, you're shitting on people, the lower classes and the undesirables and the lower people for so long, and you don't think they're at some point they're just going to werewolf and freak out and tear down the system. I'm like, and this is what he was talking about.
Yeah, exactly. It's exactly
Literally
what he was talking about. Like people, especially angry people, will find a way to get their comeuppance, so to speak.
Oh yeah.
You don't just piss off one person. Like the cartel leaders in South America have learned this very well. You kill people. You're not just killing that person. You're angering an entire generation of people. Their family. They're eventually gonna come around and figure out that they can fuck with you in other ways. So
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
interesting. And I guess again, we're gonna have to see where this lawsuit goes, but I highly doubt that they're going to be able to, take it out on the people who bought the stocks. I don't think it's going to happen.
Not legally, at least.
No.
Until they change the legislation.
Exactly. I mean, they're gonna, and then that's the other
They'll
part.
find a
That's
way.
the other wonderful part of it, is that those people who lost the money are some of the same people that make the laws regarding how that money is made.
Weird how that works.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
We just eat the rich, and then we don't have to worry about them making new laws.
There we go.
I'm not resorting to cannibalism.
I'm
don't care how
I'm
much-
just saying, in this one instance, I think the French had it right.
I don't care how much green hell I play. I'm not eating. The resorting.
Those aren't rich people though that you're eating in that game.
Yeah, those are people that eat other people. If anything, you're an Avenger by eating the people that eat other people.
Yeah. You're getting them back.
You're
for
a
all the
reverse
people they
cannibal.
You're an Avenger for eating the rich.
Reverse cannibal. Yeah, if they're eating us, technically they're not humans. That they're becoming animals, which makes them okay to eat.
Yeah, there you go.
I'll find a way to justify it in some way or another.
I'm still gonna hard pass on that.
Just saying.
You're missing out, bro.
Yeah.
Shit's good.
Like, listen, these guys are nice and plump off of eating other people. They taste like twice the amount of people. It's pretty fucking good.
Again, I don't think I'm missing out on much by not wanting to participate in this eating of the rich.
You take a little bit of sanity loss when you do it, but man, is it delicious.
You have to think. All of the rich people are just filled with Wagyu. They're all filled with Wagyu. So if you want a nice taste of some Wagyu, some nice high-priced meat, you just have to eat it through them.
Yeah.
Again,
I support this.
no, thank you.
I'm about this life.
So yeah, this Scott Pilgrim.
Yeah, go for it. I was waiting.
I could go on cannibal rants for days. So yeah, please take it away.
Cannibal rants.
If you were able to join us for our end of the year extravaganza, we managed to scrape some prizes together and give away to the merriment of our chat. So we decided we were in a position to continue this, at least once a month. So the last stream of each month, we'll do a themed giveaway, and this one is Scott Pilgrim. So We grabbed some stuff, some Scott Pilgrim related stuff, and by being in chat.
Oh no! See, in order for them to win, they're gonna have to beat my 7 evil X's.
Oh, okay.
I'm just saying. You want
the third one will surprise you.
Can you name all of your seven?
You're doing great. You're doing great.
Can you name the number 7?
Can you name all of your 7 evil X's?
I absolutely
One sock cutter.
I absolutely could, but I'm not gonna dox all of my X's on live right now.
Is Chris Evans one of them? That's what Chris wants to know.
I can neither confirm or deny. I also can neither confirm or deny if Superman was also one of them or Captain Marvel.
Oh my god, I watched that the other day.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
It's funny because I know exactly what he's talking about, but letting him do it without context, fucking choice.
Wonderful.
So somebody give me a word. Scott Pilgrim when first
vegan
monkey.
What?
Vegan.
And then you will be gone.
Once you were a vegan, but now you will be gone.
So
sex bomb.
Vegan.
If you put exclamation point vegan in chat, then you'll be entered to win. And I have the
do we have a time period on this? Are we just like announcing it and giving it away? Are we what's
it's our first one. How you guys want to roll with it? So
I'm asking you, man.
Oh, I didn't think that through.
I think that's pretty apparent.
I'm just happy to give shit away, so
oh my god. That is beautiful.
We already got some vegans. In chat, so
that is incredible.
I love walking into a plan half baked.
I love it when a plan exists in some capacity.
Let's give it to 925 then. How about that?
Okay. All right. So if you guys want to be entered into a giveaway for a bunch of Scott Pilgrim stuff, exclamation vegan in chat. We already have a couple of them, but you guys have a minute and a half left.
Is it possible for us to detail what is in the giveaway?
Absolutely. I have it right here.
A date with me.
Hey, why is everyone retracting their vote? Got him.
That's what I have right.
Near, you can't pull out. You've already had a date with me. It's fine.
Yeah, Jonna doesn't let you pull out. That's like the rule.
So keep in mind, if you guys aren't in Jacksonville, we will have to mail it to you. So if you don't want to give us your address, you're gonna have to give us some place that we have to ship it to. If you are in Jacksonville and you don't want to give us your address, we can meet you at one of our local geek spots or something like that to drop it off.
We can do like a hot drop.
And one of the things that we have, or they usually come with 4 items. I think 4 items were good enough. Is the Scott Pilgrim? It's a compendium, volume 1, which is I have confirmation that has been shipped, so it's not pictured. But one of the other things we have is a Scott Pilgrim T-shirt.
Ooh,
nicely. Scott
fancy.
Pilgrim World, and we have the Blu-ray disc of Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
I think I own 6 copies of that movie.
It's possible. And then we have the Scott Pilgrim's Precious Little board game. So all of that is included for everyone that enters.
Near's already got that. All right, you can't win, Near. Sorry, you're out.
Listen, he can win and give it to me. It's fine. Just,
That's what I always encourage. If you do win and it's something that you have, spread the love. Spread the
There you
love.
go.
Yeah.
Nothing like a good spread.
I mean, he's
Love.
not. But
Good old love spread.
it's 9:55.
They're like Six Flags.
It is 9:25. You got a mystical magical wheel.
All right.
I don't have a mystical magical wheel, but what I do have is a name.
Political
And that
depression.
name is,
Oh, that's just me. Got it. Sorry.
My name is Servo. What's yours?
do you guys want to hear the name?
Of course.
No, I don't
Okay.
want to. I don't want to
Yeah.
know who it is. They can figure it out themselves. It's fine.
Drum roll, please.
Boom, 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 boom.
All right, your mic stopped working. You can stop.
Oh, okay.
And that name is Prince
I guess
Recluse.
that's. Oh,
Oh,
congratulations, Prince
Recluse.
Recluse.
Hey. Okay, let's
You
say,
have won a thing.
don't everybody get excited at once. Damn.
I know, like,
Shit.
Yay!
Well, we didn't have any sound effects or anything. It's kind of hard for us to continue to say yay over and over.
Ah!
There you go.
Are you taking a picture?
All right.
What are you doing over there?
I don't know. He's taking a picture of the screen for some reason.
I usually put it in the announcements in our Discord, so
There you go.
in case you didn't hear
So,
it.
Prince Recluse, I think you know how to get in touch with us, but you'll need to give probably Lat your address at some point in DMs.
Prince Recluse, I'll meet
So-
you in the back alley, the same place as last time.
Be in touch.
Make sure you're wearing the thing that I like.
Ooh.
You know what it is. It's nothing.
Okay, yeah,
Rubber cap
perfect.
From the Squidbillies.
You got
Get
that
off
thing
my
that I like.
porch. Get out your house.
So,
Hell yeah!
so just a heads up, and I can give you the guys that everyone that's in chat. I can give you guys a sneak preview as to what's on the docket for next month. And next month's giveaway, end of the month, last stream of the month, is going to be
A week-long supply of Remnant Gamer Go.
I don't
Yes.
think that's legal.
Terrific. Ba, ba, ba.
It's
That's-
so good.
Yeah, never do that again.
Or maybe I should just do like a hint. And if you can guess what the theme is, you could get an extra entry or something. How about that?
Nah, just tell them what it is.
That sounds like a
Okay.
plan.
It's it's a Warcraft.
Hell yeah.
I might have to enter that one.
Yeah.
Wait, we were allowed to enter? I could have entered in this one? Shit!
No,
Not supposed to.
the remnants are not allowed. Trust me, I would have entered in the Scott Pilgrim one if we were allowed.
Me too.
All right. Well,
That's it.
World of Warcraft giveaway coming up end of next month. So end of February stream. Look out for that. Last Sunday of the month is when that'll be. And then of course this week, Jono, you got any streams coming up?
I am gonna get naked, cover myself in peanut butter, and roll around on some M&Ms.
All right, no one wants to see that. Moose, how about you?
I'm gonna probably be filming that.
Okay, sounds good. Lat?
Jesus.
That's
Tuesday, I'll be finishing Call of the Sea, and I think that should be the final chapter, just in time for season 8 of Apex. Thursday, I'll probably play that for the remainder of the week, and we'll switch up back to my indie games with Paradise Killer starting next week.
Hell yeah. I'm going to be playing, of course, World of Warcraft tomorrow night. Wednesday, I'm going to be starting Pokemon Sword. And then Saturday, we return to the Sect of Smash tournament. So Yeah, we got a lot of good fights coming up. The Direct Edition and Nobu are going to be going up against each other for that number 1 contender spot. We've got an undefeated fighter who's going to be getting their chance, a very special chance at the title. Jono Almighty is going to be defending, of course, in his Sephiroth character.
What's that? Someone's coming for my crown?
That's right. Someone's gonna be fighting to lose for the first time, and then we're also gonna have a 3-way fight.
You know, I love 3-ways.
It's gonna end up putting someone also into a number 1 contender spot. So we're gonna have a lot of title shots coming up and a lot of good fights. Nobuko Zero is 3-0 in the tournament right now with Cloud. So watch the fuck out.
Just keep him coming. Just keep him coming. I'll defend this title all day long.
Oh, they will. It's gonna be interesting.
This is my crown to lick, and you guys cannot have a taste of it.
Wasn't there a couple of people that were arrested for that? Licking ice cream?
I can't confirm or deny anything.
Isn't that considered chemical warfare?
Oh my god! When you're talking about Jono, yes,
definitely,
yeah, absolutely,
definitely. You don't know what this mouth is capable of.
Also, don't forget Friday coming up. We're gonna have another D&D campaign. We're gonna have new channel points rewards available.
We are.
I know you guys have thousands and thousands. I know myself. I have 50,000 channel points saved up.
There's gonna be an automatic kill Moose's character re-roll him button.
That's right.
God.
That's right.
No, there's not. I'm tired of that already.
You need to come in with a deck full of character sheets and just be like, all right, well,
Rolodex of character sheets.
It's like character number 1. Okay, he just died. All right, character number 2.
Don't worry, they'll run out of channel points eventually. What do you mean they only set it to 1 channel point to kill my character? Fuck.
Austin's gonna run out of ways to get characters into the story.
Yeah, it's like, hey, look, this guy's like lifting up out of the ground. He's in your party now. Say hello.
Is there a Yeet Jono redemption? Yes. Yeah. You're going to be able to redeem channel points. The more points that you redeem, the higher Jono will be flung into the air, and he will receive damage based on the height.
Yes, I've needed Jono several times already.
Yeah,
it's true. Just keeps happening.
Yeah. Also, we're thinking about having some other types of redemptions. So if you have some biddies laying around, or maybe a resub, the D&D stream is going to be a good time to redeem that.
Plus, it's just been getting better and better, like every session.
Oh yeah,
like,
absolutely.
I feel like the wonderful story that we're involved in is just constantly getting more fun every week that we do it, and our characters are just ridiculous in the best ways.
I completely agree.
Holy Fabio. Fucking
holy Fabio, who doesn't tell you he's got heals until the battle is over.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, by the way, I can heal you. Fucking,
that's a nasty scratch you got there in that fight.
Stupid ass Biff who's too interested in sticks and cricks and doesn't realize that he had a bunch of overpowered shit for fucking months.
Yes.
Didn't realize that I had a one-shot super cannon. Whoops.
Oh yeah, this sphere of fire that kills everything. Yeah, you guys knew about that, right?
Basically.
No big deal. All right. Well, if you haven't already been to No Name Nerd and seen the t-shirts over there, make sure you check that out. They're beautiful and comfortable, and you can get the discount using the RMNTGMRS code, Remnant Gamers, to get a nice little discount there.
Well, 10% off.
Absolutely, nice 10% off. And of course, if you just enjoy our voices so much that you can't possibly stand to miss us until next time, be sure to check us out on the podcast app of your choice. We're on Apple, Buzzsprout, Google, fucking Deezer, goddamn, all of them. So just go iHeartRadio now, I think. So
Amazon Podcast, Google Podcast,
yeah.
Spotify.
I mean, geez, there's so many. There's too many. All of them. Make sure you subscribe.
There's probably some FM radio stations that are playing our podcast on them. Who knows?
Absolutely.
There's some pirate radio stations just blaring Remnants. Fuck it, why not?
Yeah. Just turn on your radio and just slap the dial around until you hear our voice. You'll be in good shape.
Yeah. You'll know it's us. We'll talk about P at some point.
And Moose,
the giveaway right there.
Moose, who are our wonderful subscribers right now that we would like to thank?
So I would like to take this opportunity to thank all of our lovely subscribers. Anyone in Remnants, thank you already. We've got Loaf0, Loaf0, Good King 86, Syx Seven, who I hope I didn't butcher your name, KCat 513, Mr. Question. We got Plas SC2. We've got Matt Compton, and we have ACOTH. Thank all of you for allowing us to do what we do, and we hope you enjoy it. Ever onward.
Also, don't forget to check us out on YouTube.
Yeah, you can watch all the previous D&D episodes and our game nights, game reviews, and we have a wonderful couple of skit things that we have on there for G Fuel and some other people.
Yes, sir.
Fantastic. If you haven't seen them, go watch them. Go watch them out. I almost knocked my drinks over.
They're hilarious. Now, I would like to ask everyone to join us in rating Jack Don't Care. He's doing a very special 20-hour multiple sclerosis charity stream. He's already hit the goal for tonight, which was $122. He's already $30 over the goal. But anything that you guys give goes directly to that charity. All the details are going to be in his chat when we get in there. So please give him some love. And we will see you guys on Wednesday. Survival Boys.
Everyone raid and go give Jack a smooch in chat. Come on, give him a nice mwah. Mwah.
Make kissy.
We're gonna go make him sing a song to us right now.
There we are.
There we go.
Hopefully right in the middle of he's doing Super Mario Brothers 64 speed runs. And his personal best is only 650th in the world.
That's pretty dang good though.
He just started speed running it last week.
Oh,
so he's already gotten.
It was a really popular title, so that's really good.
He's already gotten really good at it. So see you guys.
Good night.
Peace out.